Today I want to talk a little bit about what we call blind faith. You know, that thing that just does itself. We don't cause it to happen. That's why it's called blind faith. We move about our life. We drive our cars in the darkness. We don't jump out and see if the road continues to go past where our headlights cover. We have blind faith. The vehicle will take us right over that road as it always has. And we don't question it. It just becomes part of the normal daily stuff that we do. So why is it that we can seem to be so available to offer blind faith to some areas of our lives, like our beating heart and our lungs filling our air? We just trust those things to happen. We've never ripped our chest open to see if the next breath or heartbeat's coming, just like we've never jumped out of our cars at night to see if the road goes on past where the headlights cover. What is it about some areas that we are willing to afford blind faith to and other areas we're not? It really comes down to a very simple thing. The areas where we are desiring deeply, attaching deeply, clinging deeply, or resisting deeply become sticky, tacky, like Velcro. It's the way energy works. When we become more mindful of letting everything pass through, with just noticing it as it does, nothing clings. Blind faith, the flow, the way of it, lifing, all do themselves. It's not what's happening that harms us ever. It's not what they've said. It's not what they've apparently done. It's not that they're not showing up. It's not that they're tuning us out. That's not what hurts. What hurts is our story about it. Why it's happening. Why it isn't happening. Blind faith is so powerful. It says, I trust this so much more than I trust the 3D that I am truly allowing it to just be surrendered. And surrendering isn't a doing. It's a collapsing and letting go. It's when those desires, resistances, attachments, etc. aren't clinging on that faith is doing itself. I've said in other videos that hope had to die for faith to fully set in. There's a reason for that. Hope says it may or may not come. There's still this thing that thinks I must hope. Even prayer says it's not here unless we move to the way of praying, which says thank you. That is the only prayer. It is the only meaningful one, for it says, this is not my business, but God's. When I let go and I let God, I know that whatever is intended to be here will. Blind faith does the rest. That breathe and do not resist and stay open, these aren't just the worded cliches. Feel the words of those messages. Breathe and don't resist. It's not a doing. Blind faith is on autopilot. The wheel is not in your hands. There's no safety net. You are free falling. You always have been. Trusting life, even when you don't, is part of the free fall. Love yourself, this avatar, as it bounces, clangs, pings, and pangs. and eventually gets to where it's flowing down the river of life. This too is a grand unraveling that you have no control over. Much love. Until next time.